We back, man. What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles. You're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Let's get straight into it, man. I am hyped because I'm back in a new crib. I'm back in New York City. I'm back with my camera, and I'm back with my setup. Let's get it. Round of applause. We getting it, man. We always keep it real, man. We always keep it real. And so today is Philly Frenzy. Today we're going to go crazy. Today we're going to talk about them Eagles. And first things first, before I start off, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and share with a friend. And let's get into this episode. I wanted to start this off by giving my Eagles awards. You know, in the NFL, they have the MVP, they got Offensive Player of the Year, all that stuff. Well, let's go ahead and give our Eagles awards. So for MVP, it's Jalen Hurts. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. He's the quarterback. He's coming off of, I would say, not a great season. I would argue that it was very good, but people want to doubt the man and all that stuff. Look, you doubt the man, and every time Hurts has been doubted, he has proved y'all wrong. I will say it again. Hurts is going to be the Eagles MVP if they go ahead and reach the goals that they want to accomplish. And Hurts is a guy that every single time you doubt him, every single time he goes through adversity, he comes out on top. That is why I am very happy the world is disrespecting this guy. I'm happy the world doesn't think he's elite, because every time he's doubted, he proves the doubters wrong. Jalen Hurts is the MVP. Defensive Player of the Year, Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is going to take another leap, and he had a phenomenal rookie season. He kind of hit that rookie wall after we went 10-1, and we saw that, later on in the season. But I believe that Jalen Carter will up his game to a different level than we saw last season. He is my Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. I mean, Saquon Barkley is going to have the type of impact that Christian McCaffrey had. And if you don't believe that, you're simply a hater. You're simply a hater, or you think that Saquon will get injured. But the thing is, Christian McCaffrey, he had injury problems going into San Francisco. So it's not like a guy that he has some injuries, he can't, go ahead and, be healthy. It's also a little bit less taxing when you have an elite offensive line, you have elite weapons around you, you have what I believe an elite quarterback that will also get the load off you. So Saquon Barkley, he will rush for at least 1,200 yards, and I will say over 1,600 total yards this season. Give him 10, 12 touchdowns. He is going to be a man on a mission, and best believe when the Eagles face the Giants, Saquon Barkley 2 tutties. You can book it. You can book it. Hey, look, I ain't saying, but I'm just saying, you mean. Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year is Nakobe Dean. Comeback Player of the Year is Nakobe Dean. Now, I know that there's been a lot of hesitancy. I know he hasn't stayed as healthy, but this is a guy, I believe in his makeup. I believe that he will be a starting caliber linebacker for the Eagles for the foreseeable future. And I believe him and Devin White will be a force to be reckoned with, and they will shut a lot of the doubters up that have said that these guys and that this linebacker group is not that good. I believe Nakobe Dean will be the comeback player of the year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Will Shipley. Will Shipley. Now, look, offensive Rookie of the Year, like, let's keep it a stack. Like, you're not about to be putting up no Saquon, AJ, Devontae numbers, because We all know, in Dallas Goedert, we all know that those four guys are going to be like the biggest factors on offense outside of Hurts, and those are going to be his biggest weapons. I do believe a guy like Jahan Dotson will be that fifth guy in the rotation. But look, what I will say is Will Shipley will turn into the running back 2, and Kenneth Gainwell will be that running back 3. I believe that Will Shipley will be a great number 2 to Saquon Barkley, and that's why I will have him as the offensive rookie of the year for the Philadelphia Eagles. Defensive rookie of the year, Kenyon Mitchell. We're talking about a guy who day one is most likely going to start. He's already been getting coached up by Darius Slay. He's already going against A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith day in, day out in practice. I mean, I can't find a better way to get sped up into what the NFL is really like than going against AJ and Devontae in practice. I mean, come on now. And then Kellen Moore, Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year is Kellen Moore for me. And the reason why I said that it's Kellen Moore is because if the Eagles want to reach the heights that they want to reach, what is it? It's Super Bowl. Kellen Moore has to be the Coach of the Year. Nick Sirianni, who I'm about to talk about, is not somebody who we're going to be like, clapping our hands because of his X's and O's. No. What Nick Sirianni has to work on is building that culture back up that he lost in that locker room that he lost at the tail end of last season. And, bringing back together his relationship with Jalen Hurts. That's what he has to do. But in terms of X's and O's, in terms of calling plays, that's Kellen Moore. And this offense is going to be one of the best offenses, and I believe the best offense in the NFL. And Kellen Moore will be a huge reason of that. Now, Kellen Moore has an abundance of riches. But if we're keeping it a stack, the Eagles won 11 games with abysmal play calling. I think Brian Johnson is probably a phenomenal guy and all of that, but as a play caller, that was the worst job I've ever seen by an Eagles coach. And I'm not exaggerating because of it. And with Kellen Moore, I ain't saying he's Sean McVay. I'm not saying he's Kyle Shanahan, but he's 10 times better than Brian Johnson in my eyes, and he has proved to put together some great offenses in the regular season. Now, in the playoffs, that's the question mark. But during the regular season, he has shown to have prolific offense after prolific offense after prolific offense with the Cowboys. So I'll go ahead and say that Kellen Moore is going to be the Coach of the Year for the Eagles. And now Vic Fangio, don't sleep on him because Vic Fangio is somebody that, this defense is not going to be as good as the offense. It just won't. But if Vic Fangio can get this defense to be middle of the pack, if he can get this defense to be middle of the pack, 13, 14, 15 at I don't want to be more less than 15, but it's like 13, 12, 14, like around there. I'm telling you, with the best offense in the NFL, the Eagles are going back to Super Bowl. We just can't give up 30 points to the Cardinals, 30 points to the Giants. What was we doing? We can't do that. So you can't look over Vic Fangio, but I believe the offense is the Eagles' bread and butter, and Kellen Moore is the Coach of the Year for the Eagles this season. And the best offseason move is going to be Devin White. I like Bryce Huff a lot. I think he'll do great things. But Devin White is on a revenge tour. He's the underdog. He's been doubted. He had to sign a $1 million deal. This is only a couple years after he was an influential part of Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl. I believe that Devin White will be on a mission. He'll wear that green dot. He'll be the guy that the Eagles look to be that quarterback of that defense, of that second level. I believe in Devin White. And I believe in the tandem between Devin White and Nakobe Dean. And look, bro, if they don't perform well, I will say that they don't perform well. But I'm giving Devin White and Nakobe Dean the benefit of the doubt that they will perform, that they will excel, and that they will bring this defense back. Come on now. Oh, man, I'm feeling good. I'm back in my old setup, man. I'm feeling great. Let's talk about Nick Sirianni. So what happened? Nick Sirianni, he sought counsel from Dawn Staley and Jay Wright. Thank you. Thank you. Hallelujah. Praise God. Thank you. If you need advice, and obviously these aren't football coaches, they're in basketball. But if you want to talk to some Philly head coaches about how to navigate criticism, how to navigate this city, how to be the best of the best when you're talking to Dawn Staley, who is the best of the best right now, at Jay Wright, the most decorated Philadelphia college coach in history, these are the best people to learn from. And the biggest thing that I took away from this, shout out E.J. Smith from the Philadelphia Inquirer, the biggest thing that I've taken away from that article was basically Dawn Staley and Jay Wright are saying you need to build up that culture again. Because we all saw that culture, that locker room, whatever it was, it simply was not right at that tail end of the season. And maybe all year long, maybe it was just we got lucky and won some games during the first 12 weeks of the season that we probably shouldn't have won, but we got a little bit lucky. So the biggest thing I believe Nick Sirianni has to do is build that culture up. He does not do the X's and O's. He's not calling plays on offense. He's not calling plays on defense. So his job is to create a culture that everybody feels great in. Because we don't want a culture that you're yelling at Chiefs fans, telling them, what about now? What y'all guys say now, Chiefs fans? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And then what happens? They won the Super Bowl. Shut up. I think some of that got on the Eagles players' nerves. I think some of that got on Jalen Hurts' nerves. So he was like, bro, can you chill? Because you're cashing, you're ultimately writing checks that I have to cash with your incompetency as a coach. So just chill out. I think Nick Sirianni's outbursts, maybe in practice, maybe in games, which we have seen, were the reasons as to why Jalen Hurts and him were not really, really clicking for real, bro. And Jalen Hurts is a guy who he's very he don't do the whole talk and he don't do the whole outbursts and stuff. He a more chill guy. Keep the main thing. He's not about to do all of that rah stuff. And so it's I think that's something that Nick Sirianni, he better have learned from this offseason and be like, all right, I got to tone it down. And according to all reports, he has tried to tone it down and, just be more aware and be more self-aware of how he looks in front of his players, how he looks in front of his coaches, and also being able to give some of his assistant coaches some of the spotlight, because some of those relationships got fractured when he had to fire Brian Johnson and some guys off that coaching staff. I know you saw them reports of some of these, coaches side-eyeing Nick Sirianni and being like, you blaming Brian Johnson, or Brian Johnson is at fault, but it was really your offense that Brian Johnson had to call plays from. You feel what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of stuff that I think Nick Sirianni has had to basically work on this offseason, and it's not on the X's and O's. It's on the culture and how he's being a leader of men. That's his job. He's that CEO. He's that culture setter. So thank you to Dawn Staley and Jay Wright for counseling Nick Sirianni. This is a guy who, out of everybody in the Eagles organization, he is under the most pressure. Regardless if you like the guy or not, he's under the most pressure. Nobody's getting rid of Jalen Hurts. Nobody's getting rid of A.J. Brown. Nobody's getting rid of Devontae. Look, Kellen Moore, yeah, if the Eagles have a terrible season, he might be gone. But the number one guy that if the Eagles do not perform up to expectations, Nick Sirianni is on that chopping block. I don't care what anybody says, that's what it is. And so you need all the advice from Don Staley, who is a GOAT right now. You talk about Jay Wright, who is a GOAT of Philadelphia college sports. I mean, those are I don't care that they don't do football. They can tell you a lot of stuff about how to be a leader of men and women, but to just be a leader of people in general, you want those people in your corner. And just shout out Don Staley repping North Philly and always showing love to the Eagles, and shout out Jay Wright that he's a Philadelphia guy through and through, just helping us out whenever he can get the chance. And I will commend Nick Sirianni for realizing, hey, like, I don't know it all. I need to go ahead and, be better in certain stuff. And that is exactly what Nick Sirianni has done this offseason. We'll see if he learns from it, if he takes his notes and applies it for this season. I will be optimistic, but y'all know how I am. I am not high on Nick Sirianni, and I believe that if the Eagles do not perform up to expectations this season, it is because of Nick Sirianni. Now, bonus time, bonus segment. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Let me get my phone out so I can, give these stats. So I had a heated debate with some of my fellow co-hosts, and we're going to talk about this on Thursday for our new premiere of Triple Threat. Be sure to tune in for that. But we were talking about the WNBA Rookie of the Year race. And I have said from the jump, it's Caitlin Clark. Now, look, Caitlin Clark, earlier this season, she wasn't playing as well as she is now. We all have seen that she used that break during the Olympic break and All-Star break. She used that time to go ahead, get in the lab, watch film, and get better. And we're seeing what she's done right now. So I can list her accolades. I can list all that. We talk about one of only 4 WNBA players with 50 points and 15 plus assists in her first 3 career games. First rookie and 4th player with 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, and 3 blocks in the game. We're talking about a second rookie with 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 3-pointers in a game. First rookie with 15 points, 10 assists, and 5 3-pointers in a game. Most assists in a single season for a rookie in Fever franchise history. First rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double. First player in Indiana's franchise to record a triple-double. The first player in WNBA history with 29 points, 13 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 3-pointers made, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. I'm going to keep going on because this needs to be talked about. Only rookie with multiple games of 20 points and 10 assists in a season. Second rookie to reach 200 assists in WNBA history. WNBA rookie record, 4 games with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And this is in the past. She actually, in her last game against the Dallas Wings, she had 29 points and 10 plus assists in that John too. Hey, all-time rookie assist record holder, 225 assists. Most 3-pointers made by a rookie in Fever franchise history. She has a 3-point made rookie record holder, and she's also the most games with 10 plus assists in a rookie season. She passes Tisha Panchero in 1998. All right, this was a lot. But you see the history that Caitlin Clark is making. Remember before this season started, I will say it again for y'all. Remember before this season started, what did I say about Caitlin Clark? Look, I know that in the beginning, it was cool to just be like, all right. Look, nobody thought she was going to put up 40 points in her first game. But what I said was she's built different. There are certain players that they're generational talents, and you can plug and play them anywhere, and they will still be great. They will still be legendary. And Caitlin Clark, some way, somehow, has surpassed expectations. This is what the greats do. When you doubt them, when you don't believe that they can do something, they surpass expectations. What did LeBron do? He came into the NBA with the most expectations ever and actually surpassed expectations. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark has done. And she has brought the Fever, along with Kelsey Mitchell, along with Aaliyah Boston, to their first 500 record since 2016. That's impact. That's impact. That's impact. That's Rookie of the Year. Now, if you want to talk about Angel Reese is phenomenal. Angel Reese is the best rebounding rookie of all time. It's not close. She will go down as basically, no, I'm not even going to say basically, Angel Reese will go down as the best rebounder of all time. I'm pretty certain, and I'm pretty sure that's a safe bet to say. Angel Reese is a generational talent, and if it wasn't for her being drafted in the same draft as Caitlin Clark, she would easily be Rookie of the Year. All of this can be true, but what we're not finna do is say that right now this season there should be a co-Rookie of the Year. There should be Angel Reese Rookie of the Year when she's great at one thing: rebounding. She's a good defender. Her offense needs work. Caitlin Clark has a better percent from the field, and she plays from the perimeter. Angel Reese is in the paint and is shooting less than 40%. Now, I believe if she has an actual, she gets some more coaching, she can develop a better game. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is, look, Angel Reese is one of them ones for sure. But Caitlin Clark is on another level. And if you don't believe that, you're lying to yourself. You would never put Dennis Rodman in the same category as Chris Paul. You would never say Dennis Rodman is better than Chris Paul. You would never say that. So why would you say that Angel Reese deserves Rookie of the Year over Caitlin Clark? It's not, you're just being disingenuous right now because you don't even believe that. You don't even believe that. That's just, it's not feelings, it's facts. And the Fever have a better record. It's like that's a cherry on top. Look, that's what it is, bro. We talking hoops. Stop the whole Uncle Tom, all this, bro. We're talking hoops. Caitlin Clark is hooping. Angel Reese is hooping. I'm slamming on my desk because I love women's hoops. I love what we're talking about right now because we're actually talking about hoops. But let's keep it a stack. Caitlin Clark. This her jump. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We out.